Try homeopathy.
Did I have to point you guys to the James Randi documentary again?
Right. Right.
You know, once on stage during a talk at the beginning of the talk, James Randi took a overdose of homeopathic sleeping pills. And he was of course fine.
Yes. As one would expect. I just skipped the cutscene. Here we go. Fusion.
I'd been assigned to watch over Biologics research team, so I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388. Yeah.
Metroid. Samus is going to sound like Space Cop now.
That's fine.
Just
She can sound like whatever. It's all fine.
I just want to let you know. She's blowing up frogs.
This is the Game Boy Advance one, right?
This is the Game Boy Advance one, yep.
It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before.
Lots of Harvest Moon hate in the stream.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness and my ship drifted into the asteroid belt.
Oh no! They can't do voice acting on the Game Boy Advance, so...
Right.
Trying to...
The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to the Galactic Federation headquarters. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance and my voice. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimum chance of survival.
This is a lot of backstory for a Metroid game.
Yeah.
Then, someone found a cure. They proposed...
Oh. What is it?
I don't think Biscuit approves of all the story.
Biscuit does not like all this. They proposed using Metroid. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid of SR-388. Yeah, I think he's confused by my voice and all my setup. And
that, while you're doing that voice, could you say, "Come with me if you want to live"?
Come with me if you want to live.
That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound like Terminator.
Somebody said you sounded like Michael Biehn, and I just wanted to test that.
Oh, like Michael Biehn.
Yeah.
You know what? I was thinking of Terminator 2.
Oh, no.
When Arnold says it.
Mm-hmm.
Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah, it's a little Michael Biehn-y. Let's see here. This serum was prepared and injected without delay. I think Biscuit is more so just like... is confused as to why I'm just sitting talking to myself. Let's see. The X-parasites were destroyed. Yes. The old bean factory, that's right. As for me, one life ended,
Yet I survived, reborn as something different. We need a biscuit emoticon?
How are you dealing with all of the story, Jack?
You know, I get it. I just, you know.
I also like the classic Santa suit a lot better than this weird looking blue funky thing.
Yeah, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Like, more so, it's just like, you know, tell me what the point is, and then, like, you could have doled out this story a little bit more, maybe with some gameplay in between, but it's fine. It's fine. You go into a place, you gotta do a thing. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or BSL Research Station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke nameless fear in my heart. And now, I am being sent there to investigate. I'm just gonna get more rugged and manly as this goes on.
That's fine. That's fine.
My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt computer ICO is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, the second time I found myself having to do so, it makes me become... Oh, oopsie.
Are you okay, Jack?
No.
Have you lost your mind?
Mind is almost lost, Rich.
How have you, of all people, not skipped this yet?
I was doing a voice. I know people like the voices. It wasn't necessarily a funny voice. I was hoping that something in the text would be funny.
Yeah,
but no, you know, I was doing a voice.
I know. I get it. It's just going on for so long.
It went on for way too long. Here's the real thing that the first Metroid game needed. A map. I love having a map.
Yeah.
Even if it's a map that you only have, like, after you discover an area, I love having a map. I fucking love having a map. Okay, here we go. And, you know, this is a nice, unlike some of the other games, this has a nice explanation for why you're finding all the pieces to your suit, why you're finding all the power-up armor. Because they were all infected and brought to the station. So, you know, nice explanation. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, nope, that's... Is it the shoulder buttons? This is Game Boy Advance, right? The shoulder button should do something.
Maybe not yet. Maybe you get a thing later.
Oh, sure. Okay. Sorry, just learning the controls. Here we go. All right. Maps are for pussies, Jack. Yeah, you know, maps are, I think, helpful.
I should call this Metroid Blusion.
Blusion?
Yeah. That's right.
You gotta make... Was that really trying, Rich? Oh my god! You can climb. You know, that was something. You got to make it different, and I think eventually you'll pick up the rest of your suit, and it'll look more like classic Samus. But
Chet says shoulder buttons make you aim diagonally.
They sure do.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, but only the left shoulder button does that. Ooh, the quarantine bay is ahead, Rich. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, I get a little spotlight thing. Oh, these people are so fucked. Samus is in town now, bitch. Samus is gonna fuck up your day. I don't have my morph.
What is going? What is going on?
Samus is now Doom Guy.
Chad is saying we're on our C+ game tonight.
They sure are. You think?
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was...
I'm still not feeling great, alright?
Mhm.
It's just a thing. I'm sorry it's a thing, but it's a thing.
That is just... Fuck you. That is just a thing tonight. I'm sorry that you feel like we're on our C+ game tonight. Not a lot of new stuff to talk about since Wednesday. I was really hoping to see Ant-Man this weekend.
Yeah. I just don't give a rat's ass.
I know you don't, but I kind of do. Only because I've heard...
Would you care if it weren't part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
You mean like if it was a Fantastic Four kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like it's still the Ant-Man we all know. Or that no one knows. It's still the Ant-Man that no one knows.
Yes.
But it wasn't part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't care as much.
Okay. They're printing money, is what they're doing.
Well, but here's the thing. They have proven to me that that they know how to make quality movies. And in general, I like superhero movies, and so...
Are the same people making every movie?
Well, the same producers behind every movie.
Okay.
James Feige is behind every movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X-parasites. The X-parasites rapidly reproduce, killing the host creatures. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic. You were almost killed by an X-infected, only by Metroid. Vaccine saved your life. Great. So that's the thing, is like, and I've heard decent things about Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I like Paul Rudd. There's a lot of reasons for me to see the movie.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Is he going to be able to save that toy train set?
Right. Maybe.
Which is fine, I'm okay if there's finally a superhero movie with lower stakes. That's a fine thing.
Right.
We have to save the world! No, we have to save the solar system! No, the galaxy! Oh my god, now we're saving the fucking universe! The universe is in peril! Where's Hawkeye? We need his quiver!
He's the heart of the team, Rich. He's the hat. He's the heart of the team. Don't you get it? As a metaphor. You let that man be the heart of the team. Yeah, no, I like that's the thing, is I'm looking forward to kind of to a smaller scaled superhero movie. It's nice. I like superhero movies. I have not yet been fatigued by superhero movies. Superhero saturation.
Maybe.
Maybe you have been?
Maybe I am.
Yeah. And, that's fine. I can see that. There are people who just are not fans of the superhero genre anymore, and I could see them 100% being fatigued. Every superhero movie every fucking week. Downloadable weapon data. Great. Head to the data room to download missile data. Fuck yeah, I'll download some missile fucking data. I was fatigued after Avengers 2. How have I not? Because I like fucking superheroes. I like the idea of people being able to punch other people really hard. I think that's awesome.
That's some great reasoning, Jack.
And then, the hope is we get a decent story behind that, and a little morality tale. It's usually a superhero movie has a fun sci-fi element to it, and I enjoy sci-fi shit. And that... Oh, man. So, I haven't gotten there yet. I'm not saying that I won't get there, because obviously they're going to make a zillion more superhero movies.
A zillion and three.
A zillion and three. What do you think's going to be the next? What was the thing before superhero movies?
Zombies.
Yeah, there's a lot of zombie stuff.
Still kind of is. Well, not really. It hasn't been one in a while.
There has not.
DayZ was the last, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the last.
Kind of moved to TV.
Yeah, zombies were all over movies for a while. And I'm trying to think of like what was the blockbuster staple before superheroes dominated everything. Zombies were there, but you know, I don't know if that was like necessarily blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
Vampires? Yeah, you know, maybe was it just monsters?
Trying to think, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the answer is.
I'm not sure what the answer is either. That's what I'm thinking about. Nicolas Cage movies, right?
Yeah, Aliens, like Independence Day.
So just monsters.
Like maybe
Just monsters. Yeah. Monsters, you know, like there was like the Independence Day destruction porn movies.
I don't know if there was a thing as strong as superheroes are a thing now.
Superheroes are huge. They're everywhere. It's been really nice.
All because of that Iron Man.
Right? Right? No, not because
Spider-Man movies were big, but I think these things blew up with Iron Man.
Well, you know, not really with Fiji. This is the thing.
Fiji? Oh, yeah.
With this Marvel, the Marvel's producer head.
Yeah. Well, if Iron Man didn't work, he wouldn't still be making superhero movies.
No, Iron Man. Remember, Iron Man was not part of the original plan. Iron Man was not supposed to be as big as it was.
I don't care. Would the plan have worked without Robert Downey Jr.? That's the question.
Because
as well as it had.
I don't know. Maybe their original plan was the Hulk was going to be the Incredible Hulk was their first Marvel Cinematic Universe movie.
Yeah, it almost sunk.
Yeah.
Then Iron Man happened.
And Iron Man was a huge gamble.
Sure, but that's besides the point, though.
Well, this is what I'm saying is like,
if Iron Man didn't work, do you have a Marvel Cinematic Universe that's as hot as it is now?
Ooh, that's a good question. The answer is maybe.
Okay.
Go down. What am I missing? Go down now.
Avengers is what put it over the top. Avengers, which may as well have starred Iron Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Iron Man was pretty integral.
Get a mediocre Captain America movie, a mediocre Thor movie, and
I like Captain America.
Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. That's what the Avengers was.
I liked that Captain America movie.
The first one?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, what are you talking about? That's great.
I hate the first one. No, it's not.
Nope, that's not what I wanted. No, that first Captain America was pretty fun. Second one too.
I still haven't seen the second one. Everyone says it's great.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Seems like it might be a different beast than the first one, which I don't like. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize for not liking the movie. That's fine. That's
you're making it seem that way because you won't get over the fact that I don't like this movie.
Oh, I'm just surprised because I know you like the Rocketeer so much.
Yeah, which is a different beast. I know, same director, but Rocketeer's a much better movie than the first Captain America movie. It is.
Nom nom nom. I don't know about that.
I would definitely say that. Yes.
You know, I have feelings on the Rocketeer that say it has not aged quite as well.
I've seen that not in the last real recently, but no. Last time I watched Rocketeer, I still liked it. Sorry, deal with it. Fucking deal with it.
I will not deal with it.
It's good characters, great design, young Jennifer Connelly.
Well, you know that sure doesn't hurt.
Most attractive woman in the world.
The young Jennifer Connelly sure ain't hurting nothing.
in my personal opinion, young Jennifer Connelly might be the most attractive woman who has ever lived.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a bold statement there.
From my point of view, for me, yeah, I think it's a true one.
Sure. Go that way. No, I think that's good to know. G2K, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, I get it. Nope, I don't get it. I thought I got it. Why won't you die? Oh, how about I die? Ooh, bikini.
Have you seen the movie that was Bruce Willis's passion project, the one where he was a thief? Are you talking about, oh damn, what was that called? Hudson Hawk?
Oh man,
I've seen Hudson Hawk. I remember like nothing that happened in it.
no, why would you? It's Hudson Hawk. Was that a passion project?
I'm not sure if that's the movie they're talking about. Might be interesting to revisit it. I don't remember what happened in Hudson Hawk. I remember it was deliberately a little bit silly.
Sure.
But so was Leonard Part 6, and that sucks.
Leonard Part 6? Where are you pulling that from?
Bill Cosby's ass?
Oh, and just like as far as references go, that's pretty. Oh my god, I don't feel like...
That's a terrible movie.
Oh sure, it's a terrible movie, but even like in the realm of terrible movies, like that's an old reference.
So is Hudson Hawk, and they're both, I think, deliberately silly. That's where it comes from, John.
Oh, okay, I'm with you.
Now, those things that keep latching onto you, aren't those the things that nearly killed you in the opening cutscene? Now she just eats them like pie?
Because of my fancy blue suit, I can absorb those like pie, which is great. But apparently they keep coming back.
Why are you standing on top of the things that keep resurrecting and hitting you?
Because I want to be here for the eye. I want to hit the eye with my rocket boost.
But that's what killed you.
Huh? Well, the eye killed me last time, but that's because I failed.
So,
and apparently I'm failing this time too.
move away from the thing that's gonna jump back up. I swear to God, Jack.
What?
I swear to God.
What, Rich?
It's like herding cats.
There we go. I finally fucking did it. It's like herding cats?
It's like herding cats.
Are we-
Actually, I don't know if that's true, because I'm sure Biscuit's looking at you thinking, what is he doing?
Biscuit's like, I don't have thumbs, and I can handle this.
Don't stand there, Jack.
I did it.
That's-
I did it.
Okay.
It took a while, but I did it. It took a little bit, but I did it. What are you? Whoa! What?
Say what?
Say what? Probably gonna die. I'm gonna have to be okay with that. You know what? Death is just a part of life. Get out of here. Death is just a part of life. There we go. Oh, what?
Do you have... What?
Oh, I died apparently.
Oh. Do you have to fight Kraid again in this one, too?
I'm sure he'll show up. He always shows up. People love that boss,
He's like a monster. Why do people treat him like he's a character?
right? Or Ridley.
Or, yeah.
Ridley. Everyone fucking loves Ridley. Get over it.
I'm just saying I don't get it. It wasn't like he was a memorable boss in the original. Just like a dinosaur thing.
Yeah. I beat that thing much easier this time. I beat that thing much easier this time. Although I don't think I have my energy tank thingy. Oh, there it is. I found it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I did it. Yeah, I don't get the Ridley love in general, but... what are you gonna do? Nothing. Ah. What? Not doing significantly better. just as a general heads up. You know, we're kind of suck. That's just what's happening today.
Stink Pink Girl says, "Meh, I am so bored of this game. I am off to have a Twilight marathon."
That's not true.
You're
so bored of Metroid, or just my playing Metroid poorly? Is because you know, like
yes.
You see someone play this game poorly, sure, I'm with you. Like, fuck that.
Jeff, what do you want us to talk about? Because, you know, I've been stuck on my back for the last month, so I haven't been getting out much. I don't know what's new.
You don't know what's new?
All I know is I really want to be able to sit down again, and that's all I know. I've been sitting down.
I've heard really great things about sitting down.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic. I wish I could do it.
Oh, finally, Morph Ball. I'm sorry, Rich. I mean, we can talk about. Yeah, there's just not much. Did you see that they apparently leaked the entire plot of Batman vs Superman?
No.
I don't know if it's been verified yet, but someone has leaked the supposed plot, beat by beat, of Batman vs Superman. I have yet to read it.
Someone who doesn't care about the movie, I might be interested in reading that.
Right. I want to know how close I was on my guess.
Yeah.
But I also might see the movie, so I was like, eh. Oh, right. I might want to see the movie, so then it's like, do I want that spoiled? Do I care? Probably not.
I'm not interested in seeing the movie, so I don't know that I really care about spoilers. Everyone keeps talking about the death of... Not everyone, but some people mentioned the death of Superman Lives.
Oh, yeah, I've heard good things about that.
Where can I find that? Is it on Netflix?
It is not on Netflix, but, you know, it is available streaming. Like, through Amazon, you could probably rent it.
Yeah.
It's
that I'm really interested in seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't.
It's out there. Oh my god.
Rich reminds me of Neo. How?
How? What? Like Neo?
I have a spoon. It's right in my drawer.
There is no spoon. There is no spoon. The breeding environments.
The what?
The what? This is a good game.
What is this Death of Superman thing? It's the Death of Superman Lives. If you don't know about it, back in the early 90s, after the success of the Tim Burton Batman, Tim Burton was going to direct a movie, and it was going to be based on the Death of Superman, wasn't it?
No, it's called. He was going to direct a Superman sequel called Superman Lives.
But I mean, the movie was going to be like, wasn't that going to be about the Death of Superman?
No.
Man, am I wrong? I'm wrong about that?
You're wrong about that.
Okay, but anyway, Tim Burton was going to direct a Superman movie, and Superman was going to be played by Nicolas Cage, with his receding hairline and long hair.
Yep.
And somebody made a documentary about the movie that almost but didn't get made.
This is a real thing. Tim Burton was going to direct a Superman movie starring Nicolas Cage, and that by itself is just insanity.
Was that the one that Kevin Smith wrote a draft for?
Kevin Smith had a. It was Kevin Smith's.
I don't know if his draft was the one they were going to go with in the end, but he wrote scripts.
It was his draft that convinced Tim Burton to say yes to directing it. And, Kevin Smith has a very famous talk about his working on the draft of Superman movies. And you can read Kevin Smith's screenplay. It's available online. Not a bad screenplay.
I mean, I've seen some kind of videos related to this. Nick Cage was originally going to be wearing some kind of crazy-ass electric Superman suit. Like, he's wearing the suit. There's, like, these neon electric things flowing in the suit. That wasn't a digital effect. It was just the way the suit was built.
Yeah, well, and if you listen to Kevin Smith's talk, it's a really great story about his working on the screenplay. The producer had a couple requirements for Kevin Smith, who was working on the script for Superman. One of the requirements was he didn't want Superman in the Superman suit. He didn't want him in the blue tights and the red cape. He thought that was lame. This is a real thing. The other thing that the producer wanted was a giant spider battle. Because he remembered seeing King Kong as a kid, and he wanted that King Kong moment, so he wanted him to battle a giant spider.
Yeah.
And so that was it. Like, so yeah. Eventually, in the screenplay, Superman loses his suit and gains his electric suit, which is hilarious. Watch Kevin Smith's talk. I'm excited to see this documentary. I'll tell you that. I want to see it. I don't know when I'll get around to it, but I want to see it. Oh, that's right. No flying. He also didn't want no suit, no flying, and no giant spider. He didn't want him to fly. He didn't want Superman to fly, because that's a normal thing.
But you could probably find Kevin Smith talk all about it. But I am curious to see this documentary.
The Kevin Smith talk is available on YouTube, and it's hilarious. I really recommend it. I really recommend you finding that. There's some gold in there.
Thoughts on the Deadpool trailer? I haven't seen the Deadpool trailer. I saw the test footage. I thought that was great. If it's anything like that, the movie will be fine.
They got something to prove with the Deadpool movie. Ryan Reynolds has got something to prove with the Deadpool movie. He really wants that movie to work.
Of course, if it works, it's going to make him millions.
This is like a salvation story for him because
was he Deadpool in the Wolverine Origins?
He was, and he was really upset with how his.
And everyone hated it too. Yeah.
And everyone hated it, but he was also really upset with how he was portrayed as an actor, how his character ended up. He was really pissed with his Deadpool character in that movie. So for him, this is an important thing. The Deadpool movie. Personally. Redemption.
That's fine. Is this going to be canon with Wolverine Origins, or no?
No, this is purely a Deadpool movie.
Okay.
Pure Deadpool. But should be fun. Should be a fun movie. It'll work as a nice gag. I don't know if it'll be anything more than a nice gag, because that's kind of what Deadpool is. He's a nice gag.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be. Get under him when he's going up and vulnerable and shoot.
I think I needed to hit him with missiles, and that I got rid of his armor stuff.
He's probably vulnerable going up when his things are flapping.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Okay. I'll give that back. next time I come across one.
Yeah.
It asked me if I knew if it asked me if my mission was clear, my objective was clear, and I told it yes, but I wasn't listening to what my objective was. So it's actually not. Psych game. I fooled you. Yeah, it's like all the trailer stuff is fine. You know, we talked about the Batman Superman trailer. I just, you know, trailers can be very deceiving. And trailers are just there to sell us on stuff, and so they're not going to show us everything. So in general, I try not to care too much about trailers. Except for when it's Ash versus Evil. Because that just looked fucking awesome.
That was the best trailer of all time.
That
wins the trailer award. I am now so looking forward to October 31st. I'm gonna have to find somewhere to watch it because it's on fucking Stars. I don't even have cable, so.
I think, according to the chat last time we asked this question, is it's available for Hulu. And
Instantly?
Instantly. Well, or maybe the next day.
Yeah.
And so Jay has Hulu, and so what we'll do is we'll have him sign into his Hulu account at the studio, and we'll just watch it at the studio the next day.
Okay, that sounds good.
That's my plan. To watch Ash vs. the Evil Dead. I don't know if it'll work necessarily, but that's my plan. That is my plan. I'm trying to think if I had anything else to discuss. I talked about like the Superman versus Wonder Woman, or Superman Wonder Woman thing.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
You talked about wanting to get back into comics.
I do in general want to get back into comics.
And I talked about being okay with being away from them because it's like quicksand. Everything's just changing. I guess it's not quicksand. What's it like? It's different.
It's
The continuity you like is erased every few months.
it's hard to get up to speed.
It's hard for me to get excited about Marvel, you know, resetting their continuity with Secret Wars. And one of the things I always liked about Marvel was their continuity. Yay! They're getting rid of that. Oh.
The good point is it gives you a what did you call it? An enter point. You know, it gives you a chance to get in.
It's a jumping off point, is what it is.
You can
jumping off.
No, I.
That's what One More Day was for me. I didn't stick around after that shit.
Like, and for me, I want a chance to get it back in. Give me an excuse.
Why would you want an excuse to get back in and with dollars an issue for a comic book?
Well, you wait till the trade comes out.
For a creative team that's gonna last 5 issues? No. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Fuck
there's some
it.
good in there, Rich. There's some good. A lot of good in comic books. There's a lot of good in there. There could be a lot of good. Ain't always a lot of good, but there could be. Ain't always a lot of good, but there could. I like comic books. They're fun. They got full of stories and pictures. They got pictures of girls with big tits. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's so hard to find pictures of girls with big tits in this age of the internet.
Yep, can't find it anywhere else.
You can find it anywhere.
That's all I was thinking about while reading the Wonder Woman comic, Superman Wonder Woman comic. Where it's just like, damn girl. I know you're like a feminist movement over here, but damn girl. The way they draw her pleases me. In any case, I digress. Oh shit! Come on, don't be such a dick. There we go. No, I want to believe. I want to believe in comic books again. Comic books were a big part of my life for a while. Help me believe. Comic books again.
I'm fine to be away from it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I still got the old stuff I like.
I suppose that's really true. It's like, you can always go back to that stuff, but, you know, isn't there's some excitement in the discovery of the new, don't you think?
No.
No. You know, take it or leave it.
I'm bored of men in tights punching each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people are. People are. I'm not yet. You know, I don't know why I'm not yet, because it's been a big part of my life.
It's like I haven't even felt an urge to go back.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's not there anymore.
You've grown up, Rich.
Maybe.
You've done it.
Or maybe they just chased me away.
That's the more cynical way of looking at it.
Now, if there was something like Preacher going on, I'd get into something like that.
Well, I mean, I bet there's something like Preacher going on somewhere.
The monthly superhero business, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm not trying to sell you on superhero comics.
It's possible I could really end up like that.
You would be really into what?
The Walking Dead.
Oh, you should get into The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean like the TV show. Maybe the book. I don't know. TV show's pretty good. Well, once you get past the second season. Oh.
Well, yeah, it is a comic book series, Jack.
Oh, I know it's a comic book series.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right. No, I know what you're talking about.
You're talking about the second season.
Yeah, because I remember I said I was talking about the TV show, but
Okay.
I'm with you.
I don't think you are. Because we're talking about two different things.
Yeah, you might be right. I might not be with you. You know what? Might not be with you, Rich.
Why don't people like the second season?
Because it's boring as shit.
Okay.
The second season, there were massive budget cuts, and they weren't quite as sure that the show was going to stick around.
Okay.
And so, quite literally, the entire second season takes place at a farmhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just
That makes sense. You find a nice out-of-the-way spot away from an urban area. Put up a large fence. You grow your own food. It's the smartest thing you could do.
that makes sense. That's not necessarily exciting. Not necessarily good TV. So it got very boring. They didn't do anything.
Okay.
Is the thing in the second season. After that, though, they get there. There's some good stuff. Okay.
Is it the second season's fault, or is it the fault of the comic books? Because I'm pretty sure they go to a farm in the comic books.
Oh, listen.
Are they following were they following the comics too closely? Was that the problem, so to speak?
The farm wasn't the problem. It was how long they stayed at the farm.
Yeah.
So, like you go to the farm, you have your little farm storyline, and everybody's happy. That's fine. But they stayed at the farm for the entirety of the second season. That's your problem. Like, you go to, and they picked up some new characters at the farm, and there was an interesting debate at the farm. An interesting post-apocalyptic debate. but they stretched it out for an entire season. And that's where the problem lies. You know, there's some fun stuff, some really great characters, but it didn't need to be as long as it was.
Now that I'm laid up and ill,
Yeah.
is The Walking Dead something I should watch, or would it just depress me?
I mean, why? Why would it depress you?
Well, death and misery.
I mean, there is death and misery. It's a zombie.
Yeah.
It's a zombie. I like it. I think there's a lot of good in there.
That's not my question, though. I mean, if I want to stay in a positive mindset, would watching The Walking Dead be a mistake? That's my question.
That's an
Right
interesting
now,
question.
watching The Walking Dead right now, that I'm kind of stuck lying down all day and I can't really get around. It's kind of depressing.
That is an interesting question. You know, part of me wants to say, you know, yes, because it's such a good entertainment that it will take your mind off of it. But, you know, it's also a lot of death and a lot of heartbreak and a lot of people being assholes, and you might not necessarily be into that. Oh,
Okay.
wrong button. I know you're not a huge on like the depression art.
Yeah.
It's good. That's all I can say. Where it's like, I mean, but it's definitely not something to start now because it does take so long to get like really good.
Okay.
And so you would just be really, especially at that second season, you'd be bored and just pissed off.
Okay.
So no, not right now.
I might not be for the second season. I don't know. I'm not convinced I'd be bored.
You're not convinced you'd be bored?
No.
Yeah. A lot of people are bored. A lot of people were bored. Where am I going?
A lot of people like Star Wars, Jack.
A lot of people do like Star Wars. You probably meant like episode 1.
I know what I meant.
What do you mean by that? I know what I meant. You like Star Wars.
Not especially. I'm fine with the first 2 movies.
Would you say overall, do you look upon Star Wars favorably?
No, not really. Neutrally.
Really?
Yeah.
Neutral Star Wars.
I don't like wizards and magic in my science fiction.
Uh-huh.
Star Wars is all about wizards and magic.
A lot of wizards and magic in Star Wars, yeah.
Fate, destiny, and all that crap. I like cold, emotionless science in my science fiction, Jack. I like speculative fiction.
That might have been the nerdiest.
Also, anything where spirituality is the answer is bullshit. It's bullshit.
I now want a T-shirt that says "I like speculative fiction." I think I really want that to happen for me. That might be the nerdiest thing I've ever heard out of anyone ever. So thank you for that. I like speculative fiction. It could be because that sounds like you're looking into the housing market. I enjoy books about good mortgage rates. That's what you're doing. I like that. I can dig on that, Rich. I can dig on that. Oh well. Yeah, then maybe I don't know. Maybe Walking Dead is for you. It's got a lot of good moments, you know, especially like as you draw in closer to like the end of the 4th season, where they are just dealing with like cold, hard practicality of living in the post-apocalyptic world.
I might find that interesting.
Oh yeah, no, and it's good too. Like there's some really good stuff. You know, like morality versus survival. You know, a lot of good stuff as it gets later on. Like, you know, that second season though. Listen, it's just boring. But if you can get past it, so yeah, I say, you know what? I say fuck it, give it a try, see what happens.
Like that new Scooby-Doo show that Karen is fond of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching that, and at some point later on in the show, they discover some kind of real supernatural goings on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you know, Velma, the smart one, her skepticism is shaken to the core, and she has to accept like spiritual mumbo jumbo, and it just hurt my soul, Jack.
It should.
She, you know, Scooby-Doo. I mean, the fucking spokespeople for skepticism have to give in to woo.
Well, and it's like
it was painful.
You know,
spirituality is never the answer.
It's not like even she could put a sciencey spin on it, you know. Like, I have empirical evidence.
It kind of did that.
Oh.
Still, it hurt. It hurt.
I'm with you. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of that new Scooby-Doo show, and I liked how more obvious they were with their science versus mysticism. You know, I ain't afraid of no ghosts, because ghosts ain't real, yo.
But then they are, and it shits all over that.
Oh crap! I'm trying to skip these little texty cutscenes.
This is not a Game Boy emulator. This is a Wii U.
This is on the Wii U. So technically emulation.
Oh, I guess, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's emulated.
It's emulated, but it's officially emulated. If that counts for anything. Rich.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts, feelings, bowel movements about the new X-Files?
Not really.
Alright, great. Do you have any thoughts, feelings, bowel movements about the original X-Files?
Not really. I never really got into the classic X-Files.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where they kept, you know, teasing a big major storyline, and I kind of like lost and kind of had a feeling it would never actually go anywhere. So I never got invested. I've seen some like standalone episodes that have anything to do with the running alien plot, and I quite like them.
Yeah.
So
I watched the crap out of X-Files when it first came out. And loved it, you know, kind of growing up. It was great, you know, aliens and monsters and whatnot, and Mulder was the coolest, of course.
yeah.
Lisa and I just, like, a couple months ago decided we were going to rewatch X-Files, because, you know, she grew up watching it too, and we both had this fondness for X-Files. And holy crap, is it bad.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
We couldn't get through the first season. Mulder is an intolerable prick.
Well, wasn't he always?
Yeah, but, you know, I guess when you're younger, you think of him as more cool. But he's just a nutter butter. That's all he is.
Yeah, and the tragedy is he's right.
No,
he should just be a kook.
But he's right. But he doesn't do anything. Like, he never does anything to show that he's right. He fails constantly.
He just has a hunch.
He just has a hunch, and so like it's like he's right, but he doesn't do any work to prove that he's right.
He doesn't earn it.
He doesn't earn it. And then you have Scully, who's, you know, supposed to be the sciencey lady, who after the second episode has seen two crazy, phenomenal, mind-blowing, science-shaking, earth-shattering things.
Here's the painful lesson, Jack. Finish your thought.
Not even like I was about to get to the point.
Okay, I'm sorry, Jack. I'm sorry. Go on.
It's an easy point, which is she's seen amazing things, but still, at the beginning of the next episode, refuses to believe that this next thing coming up will be amazing. Only to be shown that it is amazing. But anyway, go on.
No, you done? I really don't want to step on your thought. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I am done now.
Okay. Here's the tragedy, Jack.
Okay.
It sucks to be a skeptically minded person in our society, because our society likes to honor and idolize unthinking belief and stupidity.
I agree.
The person who is critical is never the hero. It's always the person who, I believe, I have faith that such and such is real, and it is because it's a work of fiction. And that's the viewpoint that wins out because it's fiction.
Because it's fiction, because someone made up this story.
Yeah.
Right.
Believe in the Force, and the Force will work. Wouldn't it be great if, like, Luke turned his targeting computer off and then missed the hole? But none of it, he'd get back and they'd be like, "What the fuck were you doing?" I heard a voice and told me to use the Force. What the fuck is that? It's a targeting computer.
We've been
developing them for thousands of years.
We built you this special computer. You dickhead.
We gave you a computer that's designed to hit small holes.
Yes, that would have been more enjoyable. I think everyone agrees that, like, fate is the lazy writer's plot-moving device. Even people who, like, believe in fate malarkey.
But it teaches people that faith malarkey works.
It's so lazy.
That's what you're fed by society.
Fate is the laziest plot device ever. No character motivation, no development. Just like, this is what you were supposed to do. I guess you should do that now, huh? You were supposed to do it because, I don't know, this book said you probably should do it. Yeah. It's a book.
But basically, yeah, when you boil it down, my ultimate point is I hate faith and spirituality in my science fiction. Hate it.
Uh-huh. And so that was your problem with X-Files, is Mulder was...
we started with Star Wars.
Oh, well, but I'm saying that, like, that could also be applied to X-Files, whereas, like...
Oh, sure.
Mulder had faith in the crazy, even though he had no proof, and he was the hero of the story, and Scully was the sciencey one, being like, we should really figure out the science to all this, and she was kind of the bad guy. She was the heel of the show. That's really funny.
Rich likes hardcore science fiction, like Space Cop. Hey, I can promise you that Space Cop never taps into his inner mystical force to solve any problems in Space Cop.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Space Cop exclusive.
He solves every problem with a laser gun that was made using cold, uncaring science.
Technology, Rich. Space Cop uses technology to solve problems. He uses... So you could... And technology is science, right? So you could actually say that Space Cop uses science to solve all of his problems. That's right.
But, some part of me just views Star Wars as gobbledygook.
Sure.
It's gobbledygook with some spaceships.
It's good. All right.
Made for a good couple of movies, but as a universe, I don't much care for it.
Well, once you get into the universe, you really get into that gobbledygook.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Blue hatch is now active. Great. I got the blue hatches open, Rich. Gobbledygook. Thank you for subscribing. We have a gobbledygooks in here, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you. And, you know, as much as I like the Star Wars movies, you know, that part should be bothersome. Just the whole, like, it is your destiny. You must do this thing. Well, I don't really want to, but it's your destiny. You gotta do it. I have no other words to convince you. So you should probably do it.
Krieger, for that one episode of Best of the Worst, Space Mutiny, where it says they're there for flavor, when I was talking about the mystical women or whatever it was, I wasn't saying I approved of it or that I enjoyed it. I was just explaining it.
Which one was that?
Space Mutiny. The one that everyone said, why didn't you mention Mystery Science Theater 3000 when I had no idea it was even on Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Sure.
Yeah.
Did I see Space
It's
Mutiny?
not a movie I would watch on its own merits. Let's put it that way.
I don't think I saw Space Mutiny.
I'm not sitting at home writing the Space Mutiny fan fiction.
Oh yeah, neither am I. Not at all. Certainly wasn't doing that. I have to go delete some files from my computer right now real quick. I'll be right back. Certainly not Space Mutiny. Which one? Oh, that was Red Brown. Was Space Mutiny. I didn't see that. I did not see Space Mutiny. But I know that was Red Brown. And like the little golf cart thing, right?
What?
I don't know. Shut up.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Red Brown and Cameron Mitchell. That's right. In Space Mutiny. I was not there for that Best of the Worst. Which I'm gonna be okay. Ooh, finally. I get morph balls. Gotta get some morph balls up in here, Rich. You just feel like you forget, having not played Metroid in a while, like not having the morph ball or the morph ball bomb. Painful. Like, I should have
Sorry.
this. It's what?
I'm sorry.
You should be. You should be.
I don't know, the morph ball and the morph ball bombs are kind of weird.
What do you mean?
Why can't she use those kind of bombs like when she's human size? Why does she have to be a ball to use the bombs? Why can't she throw them?
Good question.
Why not just have grenades?
Yeah, grenades would probably be really helpful. She has missiles,
True.
so...
True.
Little secret-y area here. She has missiles, so I don't think she necessarily needs grenades, but... Yeah, you would think she would have access to these at all times. Maybe, perhaps they're only accessible from a certain pocket that is exposed when in morph ball mode.
Okay.
That's my bullshit explanation for that.
How come she doesn't get this?
Because she's not actually spinning. She is gyroscopically stabilized, and there's actually an inner ball that she's in and the outer ball that spins.
Really?
Yeah.
This is not an actual thing.
No, I'm making
Or you
it
just pulling it out of your ass.
100% pulling it out of my ass.
Okay.
But that would make sense.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
it would make
Sure,
sense, so that's what I'm going with.
Quote, that quote makes sense.
As much as...
How does the gyroscope work in Zero G?
Well, she's not in zero G. She is gravity.
She's a space woman.
She's a space
probably
woman.
in G every now and then. I guess you just wouldn't use the morph ball there. All right.
Or you know, it's a lot like flight computers where you kind of have to set a false horizon in order to properly calibrate it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm going with.
Chat, my toothache has either gone away on its own or it's been completely masked by the pain in my leg and back. Mostly leg, because that's the nerve that gets affected from your back. My leg is gonna get better, and then my tooth's gonna start hurting again. That's just the way it works.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Once you're no longer distracted by your leg pain.
Yeah. And it's gonna be like, oh my god, I've got a cabin. That's gonna cost more money.
Have you heard of this thing called money?
I haven't. It keeps going away.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna keep taking it from you. Hope you didn't need that paycheck. I'll jump on you over here. Which I have no idea what I'm doing. Just playing Metroid. I guess that's mostly playing Metroid. Just keep moving until you can't move anymore. Then you find a button that makes you move somewhere. I'm almost done. Just with life. Not really life, just with today. It's been a long day.
That's fine. I am too.
Great. Great. Great.
Of course, I'm also almost done with life.
Sure. Nothing we can do about that. Oh, fuck. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. That bothers me. You know what? That bothers me.
Which bothers you?
I don't know. Oh, you know what we can talk about?
What?
We've been getting some very positive comments about our Arkham Asylum or Arkham Knight review, which I was figuring, because I know people have been saying in general that they've wanted some longer episodes, and like they're okay with longer episodes.
Except for that one jerk who said we're too in depth.
Oh, I mean, they're just wrong. And you're gonna have
But
to be
yes, go
comfortable
on.
with them being wrong. We got a couple people. So today or yesterday went up some of the Jack solo streams, and we had some people complaining about the Jack solo streams. Which is fine, and also some people on Twitter wondering where all of the Jack hate has suddenly come from, and I was like, oh come on, it's been there for a while. You just haven't been paying attention.
I'm sorry, Jack.
Oh, listen, I'm fine with it. I mean, I'm not obviously it bothers me, but it's just it's not something that's going to wreck my day. The thing that really bothers me is I do a very clear job of labeling our cut-up Twitch streams.
Yeah.
So if it's a Jack solo stream, that is clearly labeled in the description.
Yeah.
And then the people that watch those, knowing it's a Jack solo stream and then complaining that it's a Jack solo stream, I'm trapped.
Jack, people are jerks.
Oh, look at that. Oh, people are jerks, but I'm trying to give them all the information necessary. You might not like a Jack solo stream. It might be quiet. You might not like a Rich solo stream. It might be quiet. Here's all the stuff we talk about during our streams in case you want that information. In case you're looking for a specific thing. I tried to do this thing to give them all the information, and then they complain anyway, and it's just you fuckers. You fucker nuthers. And I know there's no pleasing them. It's just something that pisses me off.
Yeah.
There's no pleasing anybody about anything, but
There would be no streams at all without you, Jack.
that might be true.
You spearheaded the streaming.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, it is.
I'm glad you see that. It's just one of those things where some comments, flow right off me. Jack sucks, whatever. That flows right off me. But they're just, when they complain about something that they knew going in, you gotta wonder.
They complain out of habit. They complain to complain.
They complain to complain. That's the real thing.
That's the real thing. Oh well, yeah, it's just a minor thing I wanted to talk about. I'm going to be done playing Metroid now.
Okay.
Because I'm
On that depressing note,
that
we're going.
I don't mean to be depressing. No, because overall, and by the way, like people in chat, I do like this. I like conversing with everybody, and I know like there was that period, there was like that couple week period, the maybe month period when we first started streaming, where there were a couple dickheads,
Yeah.
in the chat, and how great everyone is, and I do love that we come together. I love that you guys get together Tuesday nights for movie dicks. I love that we can hang out and talk. So no, it's a positive thing, because it is now so rare that these comments show up that piss me off that I felt I needed to talk about it. So overall, it's a positive thing.
Anybody who's willing to stick around for a 12-hour Dead Rising no death run, they're great in my book.
Right? That's a special kind of insanity, Rich. Well, and we have a couple more. Hold on. We have a couple more new subscribers here. It looks like we have Malratkel and Jorkland. Whoa, Jorkland. Thank you for subscribing. We really appreciate it.
Is that it?
Rich, well, yeah, there were just two.
Oh, it's true. We really do.
So thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all the old subscribers. And thank you for everyone else for just coming out for some Metroid Fusion and some slight Metroid. It's a game possibly too old for me to play anymore. But we'll probably we'll see you on Wednesday. We'll do a Wednesday stream as normal, and then yeah, peace out. Homies.
We gotta look into getting me better internet here, because I'm looking forward to getting my back better and then streaming some games that use a mouse.
I think that'd be.
I want to
nice.
do Brutal Doom. I want to do the new Wolfenstein.
Rich, here's what you do. You gotta look into it.